Hello everyone and welcome to Moviegasm.com, where I'm going to be bringing you the latest in upcoming movie news. And today we are going to be talking about the highly anticipated MCU installment and reboot Blade.
His brother got more jobs than a Jamaican.
Now in this video, we're going to be talking about some things that we know so far about the film and discuss what we could possibly see in this upcoming reboot. The Blade reboot is directed by Yann Demange, known for his work on Lovecraft Country, and the cast includes Mahershala Ali as the vampire slayer himself, Eric Brooks, Mia Goth, Delroy Lindo, and Aaron Pierre. As of right now, the Blade reboot is scheduled for release on February 14th, 2025, after many delays. Now, for those who don't keep up with the MCU, Blade has already made his MCU debut in the Eternals post-credit scene, where Mahershala Ali's Eric Brooks warns Dane Whitman, played by Kit Harington, about using the Ebony Blade. Now, this scene obviously provides some clues about potential connections and storylines that we'll be seeing in the Blade reboot. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the iconic trilogy starring Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes, who famously portrayed Blade in the original trilogy, has expressed his support for the reboot and Mahershala Ali's casting. In a statement, Snipes said, and I quote, "Although the news comes as a surprise, it's all good. Such is the business of entertainment. Much peace to the MCU crew. Always a fan." Now, as for potential cameos in the reboot, Snipes has mentioned in an interview that he has not been contacted by Marvel Studios at the time of the recording of this video for any special appearances in the Blade reboot. However, this does not rule out the possibility of a cameo, as Marvel Studios is very well known for their surprises and misdirection. The original Blade trilogy starring Wesley Snipes had a very significant impact on fans and the superhero genre as a whole. These movies were known for their darker tone, violent action sequences, and of course the amazing performance from Wesley Snipes. These movies served as a pioneer to the modern superhero genre and showed that comic book movies could be successful with adult audiences. And the Blade reboot aims to capture some of that same spirit while also fitting into the MCU story as well. There's been some debate amongst fans as to whether or not this will actually hold up to the original films in terms of its tone, as well as the comic books, as those can get pretty dark as well. But we'll just have to have some faith in the words and wait to see what happens. Now let us talk about some of the delays and more on the tone for the film. Now, the Blade reboot has faced major and several delays, primarily due to the WGA strike as well as the SAG-AFTRA strike. At the time of recording this video, the WGA strike has concluded. There still is no word and conclusion for the SAG-AFTRA strike, which means we'll have to take that February date more of as a tentative one, as it could get pushed back some more as well. However, the film is still in progress and confirmed to be the final movie of Phase 5 in the MCU. Now, as we talked about the tone, the expected tone for the Blade reboot is much darker and grittier than the other MCU films, according to Yann Demange. And if you've seen Lovecraft Country, you know that that show was extremely dark and they pushed a lot of boundaries. So I have faith in the director's image and their perspective for darker writing and television. Now, we're going to be talking about some rumored leaks and predictions for Blade in the MCU. Keep in mind that some of these rumored leaks are just rumors, so please take them with a grain of salt. But there have been some alleged plot leaks for the Blade reboot, and according to one alleged leak, the film might introduce Blade's daughter, who could potentially become the next Daywalker. Another leak suggests a late 19th century London setting, with a rivalry between Eric Brooks and Deacon Frost. However, again, these leaks are not confirmed, and the final plot may differ significantly from these speculations. Based on the comic books about Blade, we can expect to see the film explore the origins of Blade as a half vampire and his journey to becoming a vampire slayer. And most likely we can expect to see Blade's relationships with other characters in the MCU, such as the Black Knight, Daredevil, Ghost Rider, Punisher, and Moon Knight. We may not see all of them in the film, but any hints of this can lead to a potential setup for the Midnight Suns. Now lastly, in 2022, the Disney Plus Halloween special, Werewolf by Night, introduced the possibility of vampires existing in the MCU for centuries. Now this could also allow for the Blade reboot to actually skip Eric Brooks' origin story and jump straight into him being an established vampire slayer, from where we see him in the Eternals. The darker tone of Werewolf by Night gives us a glimpse of how dark Marvel is willing to take some of its stories going forward, and this can hint at a tone for the Blade reboot. Most fans are expecting this to be rated R, so we will actually have to see what happens, especially Deadpool 3 being confirmed to be rated R. We'll have to see what that means to the current MCU. Well, that is all that we know so far for the Blade reboot. Once again, there's been a lot of delays, but with the WGA strike over, we can expect to see some writing continuing for this right away. Let Moviegasm know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you guys excited for Blade? Do you think Mahershala Ali is a great casting choice, or do you think this is just going to be another flop? My name is Matthew V. Haynes, and you can check out my personal channel linked in the description box below, and I'll see you next time.